doing business.
Thank you so much for staying tuned on Smart 24 TV from the beginning of the show and till this moment. Of course, those of you on our social media platforms, we appreciate the effort you're making, and we do, of course, are glad to have you here. Now, as we wind up our discussion here on organic agriculture, we cannot talk about organic agriculture and not talk about some of the threats that actually this sector faces. The GMO bill has been in place since 2012 and was tabled again on the table, was actually tabled on the floor of Parliament in 2017 for the second time, and even changed names to the Genetic Engineering Bill 2017. Later on, the President rejected it in the same year, but brought back in 2021. The President again did not consent to it, and the President's argument was there were a few things that the parliamentarians had actually not addressed in the bill. Now, as we talk about organic agriculture, the organic agriculturists here are looking at the organic bill, but it's being threatened by this. And I want to put a question to Madame Marilyn here as a representative of Nogamo. What are your views on the GMO bill versus us having the organic agriculture bill?
Thank you, Anthony. About GMOs, what I can say is that GMOs will contaminate organic agriculture in Uganda. Organic agriculture is where we have our competitive and comparative advantage. So we stand to benefit a lot from the organic agriculture that we are doing. So we are not ready for GMOs. There is no awareness created to people to understand what GMOs mean. I've met people who don't know what GMOs mean, and they confuse hybrids with GMOs. So that shows you that people don't know. And I'm happy that the President refused saying this bill 2 times. And initially it was so broad, the name like you talked about.
Yes,
it
the
was
National
the National Biotechnology and Biosafety Bill.
Yes.
But when we looked in that bill, there were no safety measures. Yes. But they were calling it the biosafety bill, so there were no safety measures. Now it's the genetic engineering bill. This bill is meant to promote GMOs in the country. It is not meant to promote, to regulate. So we are not ready as a country for GMOs. Yes, Kenya had allowed them, but there is a lot of resistance. Uganda, we are not ready for GMOs. We still have a lot of potential, a lot of markets for organic products. We don't want them contaminated. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank the President of Uganda for supporting organic agriculture in Uganda, for not signing this bill. We need to understand what we are saying. We need to understand why the other countries that signed, what have they benefited? What is it that we cannot get from our own organic agriculture? So we are not ready for this GMO. And I pray that with the influence he has in the regional level, at the regional level, he will influence other countries in the region not to embrace GMOs. GMOs are illegal. The bill is not yet signed. So if they are on the market, if they are anywhere, it's illegal. I'm happy they are still confined in the labs. Until we understand this, until we are ready, we are not ready as a country to embrace GMOs. Let's go with what is working. What is working is organic agriculture. We have a lot of market, $100,000 US. That market is waiting for organic products. People want to eat healthy. People want healthy foods. And even the COVID-19, during the COVID-19, the demand for organic products greatly increased. So that shows you that we need to do much more. We are not ready for GMOs. We are only ready for organic products. We don't want them contaminated, and we want people to eat healthy food.
Wow, thank you very much for speaking very strongly there.
Yeah.
I'll come to Madam Hajara, and I want to now get to the investment opportunities that you have met in the organic agriculture sector. And of course, you've said you worked with farmers, for example, the pineapple growers there, and you added value to the pineapples. You tried to dry them and put them on the market, making them, I think, at least 10 times more marketable and also much better priced. Now, let's talk about the opportunities to explore in this sector of organic agriculture now, and also looking at the market range. You're not just looking at the East African market, but even outside the East African community. What opportunities can we explore?
Thank you very much. The first opportunity would go to inputs. Apparently, the Russia-Ukraine war has created a very good gap that Uganda can utilize in terms of shortage for fertilizers. Our farmers cannot get enough organic fertilizers right now, and even the conventional farmers cannot get the fertilizers because of that war. So I see this as a very good investment opportunity for Uganda as a country, as a producer, at the same time as a supplier of these organic inputs. If the government could invest heavily in companies that can manufacture organic fertilizers and agrochemicals, as I earlier mentioned about Vermipro and also Memago PSG group, we could have a lot of
fertilizers. These are all fertilizers.
Fertilizers and agrochemicals.
Okay.
And when I talk about agrochemicals, I mean pesticides, fungicides, insecticides, and herbicides.
We have organic.
Yes, they are on the market.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
So we have these organizations or companies that are doing that already, but if they could maybe support them to produce more quantities so that we can supply to other countries within the region or even international markets, we could have a lot of revenue coming in from that angle. Another investment area would be agriculture extension and education, that is organic. If we train, let me say, master organic trainers that will also train, let me say, village organic extension agency, the farmers would have quality information and knowledge from these people. There is a gap for the young people to engage in such investment areas for them to get something out of organic agriculture. Thirdly, we could also, as young people, engage in the organic agriculture value chain. Most people look at traders as just masqueraders within the chain, but these people play a very big role in the chain. For the youth, they can as well position themselves at that level so that they buy the products from the farmers, add value, and then they market the farmer produce. Just like we do, the only difference is that for us, we work with farmers right from the word go, from the garden to the processing level. The other investment area would be certification. If the government could have more EU accredited certifying entities that are publicly supported here, we could get a lot of money from the organic actors that are looking at being certified organic. Lastly would be about the markets. The government should invest more in territorial markets so that we can increase domestic consumption of organic products. As I said, we only have 2 markets well known to me. There could be some others, but the ones I know are 2, that is the Abaita Ababili market and the Caritas market. If the government could construct organic markets just as they construct the conventional markets, we could tap the income from the people of Uganda. That would increase our GDP. So apparently those are the investment areas that are so clear to me. I thank you, Anthony, and the viewers.
Yes, and before you go on that matter, the value addition bit is, for example, the fruits. You've succeeded with the fruits, but how about other products? You're looking at our potatoes. Some of these are required, for example, in the European market when they are fresh. Yes, we would like to add value and maybe dry and try to process them and package them, but some are just required organic, the way we call it organic, very natural, very fresh from the gardens. Have we had some investments in this line? Because when you go to, for example, the German market, supermarkets, you find matoke that is fresh from different countries in the world. So have we also thought about that line of value addition?
Yeah, but most of the times when we talk about value addition, people think about processing, but drying. Yes. But value addition is very broad. Actually, you can add value to a product by just packaging it very well, and it looks nice to a consumer. Yes, we have exporters of fresh produce and specifically organic, just like Sulma Foods exports organic fresh pineapples to Japan, to India. So we also have that area that can be clearly exploited by the different organic actors. Yeah, it is very possible. But the problem is usually the tariff barriers, and then how do you secure the markets that side? So it becomes difficult compared to value-added products.
I think also storage and handling, could that also be a problem?
That could not be a problem, the fact that the organic actors know what to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the problem is usually how do you secure the market to the other side? And the other problem is how do you sustainably supply that market? Usually we get those orders, but they are overwhelming. They want 10 tons of fresh pineapples per week. Ideally, you cannot sustain such a market. You just give up. Even when you collect all the producers of maybe sweet potatoes in Uganda, you may not get those quantities. So we tend to go for those contracts that have less tonnage that we can sustainably supply. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. And Madam Marilyn, on the same topic of value addition, market value, looking at the different markets we can explore and opportunities in the organic agriculture sector. What are some of these that you've actually spotted and we have gaps in there, especially in the market? When you look at the market of our products, we are still limited to taking our goods to Kenya, Tanzania, but we can do more, and I know we do have the potential. So what are some of those gaps and the opportunities we can exploit?
The opportunities that we can exploit is the trainings, for example, under Nogamo. For me, what I would say is encourage people to approach Nogamo as an organization and see how to exploit the opportunities and how to benefit more from their produce. There are a number of opportunities if people associate with Nogamo in terms of how to market their produce up from production up to marketing. So that's what I can say. Yeah, because they will learn about storage, about adding value to their produce, about how to network with the different companies that are already exporting. So I would encourage people to approach us and see how we can support on how they can benefit more from their produce.
On that note, the approach now, where can we find Nogamo? How can I get help from Nogamo? I understand many now technology is available, people can go online and search, but then there's also that need for that physical interaction. If farmers want to get help on the healthy agricultural practices, how can they approach you? Where can they find you? And what help should they expect? I know our farmers out there could be actually thinking Nogamo has money and they're going to give you a big investment. So what help should they come in expectation of?
Yeah, thank you, Anthony. Like I said, Nogamo is an umbrella organization, and we have a number of things that we do. We are, for example, we are working together with Caritas Uganda on that organic shop. Near American Embassy. It's ongoing, by the way, at the moment. So people can rush there and buy produce, organic produce. Not only that, but they can also bring products to that market. So that's how they can be helped.
I suppose also there's restless development is in the East as well.
I'm not sure about that.
Yes.
But the services that we offer as Nogamo, like I highly highlighted them, their trainings, making them people to market.
Sure.
They are a number, and we have an office. We also have a contact. But the thing is that Nogamo as an organization needs to be supported by development partners, by government, because there is a lot of demand for our services. So if we are supported financially, we'll be able to support farmers in different ways, depending on the need that they have. They can reach us. We have members who are trainers, like Rusid, like St. Jude. We shall play a coordinating role as an umbrella organization and link them to the trainers who have already been in the sector. And in that way, they will be able to be supported. So as Nogamo, we need to be supported by government, by development partners, to ensure that what we intend to do in the strategic plan benefits the farmers who have.
That can be used by the organic actors to trace back the origin of their products. These can be subscribed to at a friendly cost. We also have agribusiness consultancy at our end. We as well have marketing of agricultural produce from our farmers. As I earlier said, we now have the sun-kissed pineapples on board in case you wanted to test them. They are really nice. They have sun-kissed pineapple.
Wow. What does that mean?
Sun-kissed pineapples means the pineapples have been dried using solar energy or sun as the source of energy.
Kissed by the sun.
Yes.
Wow.
That is why they are sun-kissed.
Nice.
So we have them on market, and we encourage you to support the product from our farmers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you. I love the discussion. I wouldn't want to end it here, but unfortunately our time is fast spent. Thank you very much, Madam Marilyn, for coming.
Thank you for hosting us. It's a pleasure to be hosted on The Point, and we look forward to more discussions like this.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you, Hajara, for coming.
Thank you very much, Smart 24, for hosting us. And I believe organic agriculture needs collective efforts at all levels by all actors. Yeah, we shall be there.
There you have it. And that's it from us here and the team today on The Point. We've talked about organic agriculture. We've exploited some of the opportunities in the field. And now you know that we don't need genetically modified foods. We have enough to actually sustain the population and even outside our own population. All you have to do is actually seek the knowledge, get to understand what organic agriculture has for you and for the policymakers. Please implement the organic agriculture bill. My name is Anthony and I have been your host. Thank you very much, those of you who have been on our social media and those of you who have been following online as well as on BSTV and GoTV. I'll catch you same place, same time. Bye for now.